Anxiety often feels personal. It feels like you are the problem. But neuroscience tells a very different story. Anxiety is not a personality trait, a weakness, or a failure of willpower. It is a biological safety system, one that evolved to keep humans alive. The real question is not, why am I anxious? The real question is, which neural circuits are active right now, and how can we communicate with them? Anxiety is a neural circuit, not just an emotion. Anxiety is not just a feeling in the mind. It is a loop between the brain and the body. It begins when the brain detects potential danger. This danger does not need to be real. It can be a thought, a memory, an anticipation, or even a bodily sensation. Once the loop starts, the body changes. Heart rate increases. Breathing becomes shallow. Muscles tighten. The brain then interprets these body signals as confirmation that something is wrong, which strengthens anxiety even further. This is why anxiety feels self-reinforcing. The system is doing exactly what it was designed to do. The neurons that turn anxiety on, the amygdala. At the center of this system is a small but powerful structure called the amygdala. The amygdala's job is speed, not accuracy. It constantly scans for threat and asks one question: could this be dangerous? If the answer is even maybe, it activates the alarm system. Here's the critical part. The amygdala cannot reliably distinguish between a real physical threat, a memory of danger, an imagined future, or an internal sensation. To the nervous system, a thought can feel as real as reality. This is why anxiety can appear when nothing is objectively wrong. The neurons that turn anxiety on are doing their job, but they are working with incomplete information. The neurons that turn anxiety off, the prefrontal cortex. Fortunately, the brain also has an off switch. This lives in the prefrontal cortex, the area responsible for evaluation, regulation, and perspective. When functioning well, the prefrontal cortex sends inhibitory signals to the amygdala and essentially says, "This is not a real threat. Stand down. Work." In simple terms, the amygdala turns anxiety on. The prefrontal cortex turns anxiety off. Anxiety disorders are not caused by fear being too strong. They are caused by regulation being temporarily weakened. Why logic alone doesn't calm anxiety? Many people try to calm anxiety by thinking. They tell themselves, "Relax. There's nothing wrong. I'm overreacting." And yet, nothing changes. This is not because the person is doing something wrong. It's because the amygdala does not understand language. The amygdala understands body signals. If your breathing is shallow, your muscles are tense, and your heart is racing, the brain assumes danger no matter what your thoughts say. This is why anxiety often feels irrational. The system that needs convincing is not the thinking mind. Bottom-up versus top-down communication. There are two main ways information flows in the nervous system. Top-down communication goes from thoughts to the body. This works when anxiety is mild. Bottom-up communication goes from the body to the brain. This is essential when anxiety is strong. When people say, "I know I'm safe, but I don't feel safe," it means top-down logic is active, but bottom-up signals still say danger. Explain. 2000. Real communication with anxiety must begin from the body upward. The vagus nerve, the brain's safety messenger. One of the most important communication pathways is the vagus nerve. The vagus nerve carries information from the body to the brain and continuously answers one question: is it safe to relax? Slow breathing, especially longer exhales, activates this nerve. A long exhale sends a powerful message to the brain. There is no immediate threat. This is not a relaxation trick. It is direct neural communication with the anxiety off switch. How to communicate with anxiety in practice. When anxiety appears, the order matters. First, regulate breathing. Slow the inhale. Lengthen the exhale. Second, regulate muscle tone. Relax the jaw. Drop the shoulders. Feel your feet on the ground. Third, regulate attention. Bring focus to something real and present a sound, a sensation, the room you're in. This sequence tells the nervous system, I am here. I am safe. Only after the body receives this message does the thinking brain regain influence. Neuroplasticity. Why this actually changes the brain. The brain learns through repetition. Each time you respond to anxiety with calm, body-based communication, you weaken the fear circuit and strengthen the safety circuit. This is called neuroplasticity. Over time, the amygdala fires less intensely. The prefrontal cortex activates more quickly. Recovery from anxiety becomes faster. Progress does not mean anxiety disappears forever. It means anxiety has less power and shorter duration. The mistake of fighting anxiety. One of the most common mistakes is trying to fight anxiety. Fighting sends this message to the brain. Something is wrong and must be stopped. This actually keeps the alarm active. Acceptance sends a different signal. I notice you, and I am safe. Acceptance is not giving up. It is biological reassurance. Final thought. Anxiety is not your enemy. It is your nervous system trying to protect you with outdated information. Yes, there are neurons that turn anxiety on, but there are also neurons that turn it off. When you learn how to communicate with your nervous system, control no longer requires force. You don't need to fight your brain. You need to teach it safety.